welcome everyone to another episode of Project Assemble. I am your co-host Nate from Thwip Media, joined with Duane from Marvel Mad. How are you doing today?
Not too bad, my friend. It's a bit of a hectic day, let's say not the least. But the coming week, I'm looking forward to. I've got the new Assassin's Creed game coming out.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to start playing the new WWE 2K25. I've got a wrestling rave night to go to soon. So my week's looking up. I've got some time off work as well, so it's not too bad. What about yourself?
Yeah, doing well. Just really looking forward to getting into this, and been watching Daredevil Born Again, and I'm trying not to share too many of my thoughts on this because we will do a review once it's all out. But
Oh, yeah, massively.
yeah, I'm loving that show. It's each episode is just insane, and yeah, just upping it each time, and yeah, playing a lot of Marvel Rivals too. I just hit Diamond 3 or 2 in competitive.
Damn.
So yeah,
Jesus.
and all solo queue too, like all solo.
Really?
So, yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been very interesting to go through that game and deal with the, all the sweaty players that play the game and all the tryhards and that. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
So
With the moment, I'm like drifting between silver, all the way down to like bronze 2 or 3, I think, because I just keep on. Even though I'm doing it on my own, I get to some competitive matches, and it's like I do brilliant for one match and then get absolutely destroyed on the other. It's like
that happened to me the other day. I was on
give me
like a
strength.
3 or 4 game win streak, and then I started losing like every other game after that. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, I've done that too many times.
Yeah. All right. So you may have already known from the thumbnail that we're going to be talking about our own custom new Avengers lineups for who we would think are going to be assembled for Avengers Doomsday. And I guess Secret Wars, even though that will look a whole lot different, but the core team for Avengers Doomsday. And then we'll have a little blind ranking at the end too. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm not going to reveal the topic yet, but it's a really interesting one, and I'm curious to see how you rank the selections I have, because
well, I'm very interested to see how you rank the ones I've got for you, because it's a good bag. Let's just say.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, Thwip Media, subscribe to Duane's channel, Marvel Mad, subscribe to the Project Assemble YouTube channel, follow all of our socials, and join the Project Assemble Discord server. Everything's linked below, so yeah, you can find it all down there. All right, let's get into our lineups. So I'll let you start. We're going to name our entire roster and share our thoughts, and then we'll come together at the end and kind of compare them and see, I guess, how long they would last against Doctor Doom.
Yes. Well, so for my, I've done 8 main core
8
superheroes and that lot. I've got 2. I'm using like a football analogy. So I've got 2 subs just in case that they want to come in or we need like backup or anything like that. But my
You're
main
need a lot of subs.
Yeah, just a bit. But my main idea for this is that I think quite a few of them are probably going to die. So a lot of these, I could see coming in and then either getting immediately killed off or eventually killed off, sort of thing. Because this is not the team that after Doomsday and Secret Wars and they have the little reboot or whatever you want to call it, you might have 1 or 2 of these maybe left, but I can't see many of them.
Yeah.
So obviously we've also as well said like Captain America, Sam Wilson. He's already a
So he's not going to be included in any of the lists because he's the one recruiting the team. So
yeah,
it's not because we don't like Sam. It's just because he's already confirmed in the lineup. Like he's the one putting the team together. So yeah.
He's my Captain America. He's my boy in that lot. So he's always going to be there. But anyway, so I've gone for our first one. It's probably no surprise now, but I've gone for like the last stand sort of characters now. Like. So my first one is Bruce Banner, the Hulk.
Okay.
I can still see him having a strong part in bringing like the Avengers together with Sam and everything. He's going to be one of the last surviving ones, and with him using his like intelligence as well as strength, I can see him maybe surviving, but it's another one that I could just easily see him being just kaput sort of thing. My next one Now, this one I think would stand a bit more of a chance, but after her last film, I think she'd be a bit lost and stuff like that sort of thing. So I've gone for Captain Marvel. Now, obviously, we know how things ended up with her last time. Obviously, she lost her best mate into the little rift thing. And with her wanting to start into another team again, it'd be a bit unsure about sort of thing. But I do think Sam will go to her to try and get her to join with how big the threat is and using her like powers and stuff. I do think she would be a huge help. I can see her surviving sort of thing with how much power and with how me thinking forward as well. I think she'd link up with other characters in the new like style MCU, whatever you want to call it, in the reboots.
Yeah.
I think she'd be probably the next in line to lead the Avengers team, sort of thing, like she has in the comics, sort of thing. So this one I begrudgingly put in, only really because I want to see him get killed. That's the only sort of reason I've put this one in.
Is it Thor?
No, not yet.
Okay. I want to see Thor get killed.
We'll come to him in a bit. Just spoilers, he might be on the list. But the one that I'm really not bothered about, but I can see him coming on to the team, is Black Panther, sure. Yeah.
You want her to just get off to right away?
Yeah. Give me a new Black Panther, please and thank you. You know me. I've already spoke. We already have this agreement. We don't talk about that film, but you know my thoughts about that film. Yeah. I am not bothering the slightest.
On-time viewers will know that you don't talk about that movie on the show.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, with how she came to that agreement with Namor and how she's going to be probably reluctant to really work outside of Wakanda, I still think she'd need to be called upon with this global multiverse sort of threat. She's going to need to be there. And just to represent Wakanda and everything, unfortunately, I think she's got to be on the team. But I think it's more wishful thinking than me. I just hope she gets started killed in the first hour. I'd be glad.
That's fast.
I'd be glad just to see her get smudged on the floor. I'm sorry. I just can't. I just can't. My next one is now. This person is. I don't know where the hell he is at the moment. His film was so, but Doctor Strange. He's got to play a massive part in this film. He's the main one, really knows about all the multiverse and stuff like that sort of thing, and incursions and everything like that. And I do think Sam's going to need that mystical, magical element to his team, especially if I don't know Doom starts using mystical, magical stuff of his own that lot. And there's got to be a big magic battle, surely that lot. Yeah. But the only thing that I'm worried about picking this person is how the hell they're going to get contact with him. Because last time we see is Doctor Strange, he's popped off into the dark dimension.
Yeah, with Clea. So it's either they just completely disregard that, or they find a reason. But
yeah, exactly. But it's going to be so convoluted reason as well to bring her back out. It's like, I sensed it, and I've had to come back with my third eyes noticed. But he's got to play a massive part. That's probably what it's going to be. It is, isn't it? It's like the third eye saw the way and cleared the path coming towards you.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. It gives a bit more than that. But yeah, I do think Doctor Strange is going to play a massive part in this. And he is another one that I can see surviving because I think it's just his sheer will probably that's going to make him last and his magical know-how, even though he's not technically the Sorcerer Supreme anymore. That's Wong still, isn't it?
Right now it's Wong. So
yeah, it is, isn't it?
It might revert back to him, but if you know what happens in Secret Wars, then it's probably clear that he will survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my next one, again, the only reason I had this character in because he had his post-credit scene had a major part That's still never been answered to this day. And I do think they'd bring him in because of his objects that he's got, and that is Shang-Chi. I do think Shang-Chi will be a part of the Avengers in some way or some form, because I'm hoping they revert back to this beacon thing and the bands and everything like that sort of thing. And he's a good character. He's probably not the strongest, but I can still see him being a force to help, sort of thing, and the collective good of him will help others, sort of thing. And I just want to see Shang-Chi back, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been
I
way
thought
too
he's a
long.
brilliant, exactly, he's a brilliant character, so I'd love to see him back in his own film or the collective like this. Now, the next two people, unfortunately, I do think they're going to be cannon fodder, because I can't see them being anything else. But I do think they need to come back, because it like finishes their arc of their story off for me, I think. And the first one, which as well at the end of his film, there was a link, but that link's now been taken away completely, and that is Ant-Man. I do think Scott Lang will come back in the Avengers as an Avenger sort of thing, but he's got to let the other Avengers know that, well, to him, there's Kang's stuff like that sort of thing, which is going to get totally dismantled and just wiped under the side. But I can see him being just decimating that lot, and it'd leave a very strong feeling for Cassie to become Stature. And that's how she gets that superhero status sort of thing. Even though she's got the suit, she still needs to have a reason to keep the suit and fight for the suit sort of thing, and fight for the name sort of thing. So I do think Ant-Man will be in it, and just dead, really. I can see him. He'll be another one that's gone in the first hour myself. And the next one, we might have already mentioned him at the start of this episode, and that is Thor. With him still, he's going to be on dad duty now, and he's going to be a bit more laid back. But I still do think he's going to have that core urgency of Midgard's the realm I'm supposed to protect, as well as Asgard, and he'll want to do right by protecting and joining this Avengers team as well, as like one of the stalwarts that was there in the battle of Thanos sort of thing, and he could use that strength and like courage and stuff like that to go, no, whatever this new threat is, we can handle it, and then he's just going to get killed as well. That's my thought. I could just see him get decimated that lot, and just like, yeah, you had a God of Thunder, now he's no more really in that. Like, he's just like, and the last one. Now this is probably a bit convoluted, but in my head it works.
Okay.
Now this again ties back to, I think the last time we saw a member of this group was in Shang-Chi, I think it was. And they're gonna call out to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Shush phone. They're gonna call out to the Guardians of the Galaxy, but this time not seeing Rocket. It's just gonna come up to Star-Lord. And I think Star-Lord will be in the Avengers. Now be on Earth. He's going to be a part of the Avengers, because they're going to call out to the Guardians. The Guardians are not going to pick up. They've given like this transponder to Star-Lord, and instead of Rocket picking up, it's Star-Lord, and then they have a stupid like comic relief sort of moment. Oh well, you didn't get the gang, but I can join. And that lot. And I can see him dying as well. Star-Lord, I can just see being decimated. Like, he's only a man with a gun. And I think that'd probably work well to finish his arc of the story off as well, in that lot. Because they say the legendary Star-Lord's going to return. He doesn't really need a film on his own. So for me, bringing him into the Avengers, having him part of the Avengers and that lot, and then killing him off like that would probably be a bit more impactful. Like, supposed to have died God knows how many billion times the Asgardian Guardians of the Galaxy films. Maybe they really should have killed him off.
Do you
So
think so?
yeah, I think so.
I know you could leave it as the ending where he's just living a life on Earth, and then that's his ending. But it would make sense if they brought him back just for one last fight kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's probably for Philly's thing as well. I say, he's part of a greater team. He's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy now, in being part of these Avengers level threat team, be quite well, and just kill him off like that again. Now my two subs. Now I've sort of put these in because these are probably what I'd like to see him be brought in, but things that happened in one of their last probably TV series more than anything else, and then we don't know what's happening with the other person because his film's not been brought out just yet. So my two subs is War Machine. I do think he was part of the other Avengers, and I'd like to see him be a part of this Avengers, but with it's obviously his flight injury that happened in Civil War, and then obviously what the mess and
Secret Invasion.
stupid thing, thing that happened with Secret Invasion. Is he even fit and able enough of being an Avenger with how many, God knows how many years he was a Skrull and like in a hypersleep or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'd like for him to come back, but I can't see it myself in that one. And the other one, now the only reason I've put him in this as well because he's got such a strong bond with Sam, and I know he's got that now with Joaquin Torres, but this bond he's got with Sam as well, I still think could be a big role. But we don't know his role or what's happening with him in the Thunderbolts, and that is Winter Soldier Booker. I'd love for him to be an Avenger a lot, and again, like filling that, sort of like a prophecy sort of thing of he's come full circle. He started with Cap. He was the bad guy. He helped Cap out on the side as a sidekick again, really. But then to come full circle and be in a proper Avengers team, and like I say, having that link with Sam as well, I think really worked well. When in my head and visions as well, of like when they're fighting, I've got the same sort of vision as when Steve and Bucky was fighting Iron Man. I've got that similar sort of vision of what Sam and Bucky could be doing fighting. It wouldn't be Doom because they wouldn't stand 5 minutes against Doom, but somebody else, like a part of his like minion sort of thing. I just got a vision of them two fighting together, and I think that should be cracking, that one, to be honest. But yes, that is my 8 and my 2 subs. So I don't think it's not a bad team in that lot. I think a lot of them are going to die, but it's not a bad team in that lot. I think that's quite well.
Yeah, that's a really good list. It's very similar to mine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've got a few.
Oh.
I've got a few swaps, and my honorable mentions are a bit different.
Okay.
And I'll explain when I go through them, like who I switched, who I placed, like based off my thoughts. But yeah, good list. I think that's
Cool.
a worthy lineup of going against Doctor Doom. They're obviously going to need a lot more help than that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think something like that would make a lot of sense for them to go for. All right, so I will start with my list then. So my first pick was War Machine, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I think, like obviously, like you said, he's one of the originals. He wasn't on the original 6, but in Age of Ultron, he came in and helped, and then he kind of stuck with them for the rest of the movies. He's loyal to all of them. Can carry on Tony's legacy of being like the Iron Man figure of the team. So I think he would be a great choice to have, and he's, like I said in my video, he's like a weapons arsenal that flies around, so you're going to need all the firepower you can get against Dr. Doom.
Before you carry on, even though Nate's put a video out on his channel, I do not have a clue of any of his picks now. I wanted to hear it from himself. I didn't want no spoilers, so this is all new to me. So people that might know his team already, shush, I want to know.
And I
full
have
on.
tweaked it a little bit since doing that
Oh, have you?
video. Yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'll explain the changes I made afterwards. So,
Okay.
yeah, my first one was War Machine. My second one is Hulk. So obviously Hulk is in a weird state right now. He's still Smart Hulk or Professor Hulk, whatever you want to call him. And the last we saw him was in She-Hulk.
See,
And
I didn't mention Shield because I was like, I'm not even acknowledging that exists, sort of thing. I was like,
yeah, and the last we saw him, he was at a family like Fast and the Furious barbecue in the backyard with, oh, this is my son Scar, by the way. It's like, okay. So who knows if they're gonna actually acknowledge that. Um, it could be another secret invasion situation where they just sweep it under the rug and act like it didn't happen. Um, but I think like you said, he's one of the last surviving members of the original six. It's him, Thor, and Hawkeye that are the last ones, and I think he makes the most sense out of the three to come back. And him and Sam, I could see. Obviously, they worked together a lot in Infinity War, being in the same area for the most part, and I could see Sam really leaning on him for being like the strategist for the team,
yeah,
being the one to kind of like bring the intelligence. Not that everyone else is stupid, but
yeah,
Bruce is a really, really smart guy, and um, I think he'd be a great asset for the team. I also need him to come back to the Savage Hulk. Just
yeah,
enough with the Professor Hulk. Like, just make him an angry Hulk again. Um,
let
like,
him.
he'd be much more of an asset if he was the Savage Hulk, because then he's
Mm,
just like an unstoppable like brawler. Like, he just goes all out. Um, so yeah, that's my second pick. But if for whatever reason they didn't go with Hulk, I'd pick She-Hulk.
oh,
So that
really?
that would be my like my pick 2.5 is like
Oh,
She-Hulk.
okay,
So
okay.
if Bruce was not able to be there for whatever reason, then I could see Jen coming in, and
Okay.
obviously it could be really weird with how
Yeah,
She-Hulk
just a bit.
is, like breaks the fourth wall and all of that, and we don't know what the future of that character is. Like, she's been gone since her own show, and we don't know what's going on with her. So I again, like I said, for Hulk, she'd be like the bronze of the or the brawn of the team, and be that kind of, I guess, um yeah, I don't want to spoil what's coming for my lineup, but she's one of the stronger heroes to
Mm,
have in your lineup, and I think she'd be a great part of the team. But it's just really, it's a tricky situation because we don't know what her character's up to. It's a
mm.
fourth wall breaking character, so we don't know what they're gonna do with that. So yeah, those two are like my second pick.
Yeah.
Right, my third pick is Captain Marvel. I
Okay.
think this is inevitable. Carol is going to show up, regardless of however you thought the Marvels was. Um, and with that, she now has a reason to pursue these incursions because her friend is lost in another world, basically. So she has to maybe go out and get Sam. Like, maybe Sam doesn't think of her right away. Maybe she finds Sam and says, we need
Mm,
to, get this going so we can save Monica,
mm.
because I don't know, maybe she finds out her Earth that she's on is about to collide with another one.
Okay.
And then that would bring in the mutants to join the
Yeah.
Avengers, because when they go there, they'd be like, oh, these guys can do things too. Okay, come with us.
Yeah.
So that could work
Yeah.
out in that kind of way, but obviously she's an extremely powerful character. Stood toe to toe with Thanos and almost got him, but he had the
Yeah.
Infinity Stone, so she couldn't really do much. But I hope she gets a stronger presence in this, because in
Mm.
Endgame they built it up like, oh, she's gonna be the game changer. She's gonna like end it right away, and then she disappeared for like the entire movie and came back at the end. So they need to have her actually in the team to actually like do something, especially against Doctor Doom. So yeah, she would be my third pick. My fourth pick is Doctor Strange. So you can see the list is kind of around the same. It's, again, inevitable he's going to be in it. He's the main player that knows the multiverse and obviously has a lot of skills that could help them in preventing things multiverse related or causing things multiverse related too. With him being responsible for incursions, maybe he's one of the big players in this team, and maybe Doom has a personal grudge for him too, like, you're the one that caused the destruction of my world or something like that, which could be really cool and interesting too. Because again, I don't know how much they're carrying over from the Kang Dynasty storyline that they tweaked into Doomsday, because in Kang Dynasty the original plan was to have him and Kang be like really close together and be like a Iron Man Thanos rivalry kind of thing with the two of them. So if they do that with Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange, that could be really cool. And like you said, having a full-on magic battle would be awesome. And again, I don't think Doctor Strange is going to last against Doctor Doom, but he's definitely one of the most powerful characters you could have on your lineup, and it just makes sense. And I know Benedict Cumberbatch had a great time working with the Russos for Infinity War and Endgame, so it would be a no-brainer if they didn't reach out to him and say, come join us, that kind of thing.
Come here.
My next one is Shuri. So, no. I don't think she survives Secret Wars, but she will be in this, and it just makes sense. Like, Sam has Wakandan armor and a suit from them, so it could be either he gets battle damaged and he has to go there and say, like, I need a repair. By the way, could you help us with this? And then Shuri will be like, sure. Like, I'll bring... And this is a point I made in my video. Like, you need the entire Wakandan army's help against Doctor Doom. If he's going to have an army of Doombots or whatever, you're going to need an entire Wakandan army to take them down.
Doombots. That'd be so cool.
Yeah. Like, it's... Even if it's just him as a one-man army, you're going to need everyone. So yeah, I think Shuri is a no-brainer for this lineup. She's got tons of ties, and I said in my video as well, with her, you'd have Okoye, you'd have possibly Nakia, and M'Baku. You'd get the three of them, and maybe the Jabari tribe too. So you get a lot with one character that would be able to help a lot with this team. So and I think not having a Black Panther in the lineup would be really weird, personally.
Massively.
So I think they need that, and then with whatever happens to her in this movie or Secret Wars, it builds for the future of Wakanda afterwards, because we know Black Panther 3 is in development, and I guess we don't know when it's happening. It's probably after Secret Wars, but it'll look a lot different by that point.
Oh yeah, massively.
So my last pick of the faces we know, I've kind of split this up. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces that we know.
Right. Okay.
That we are very well versed in, and then I've got a couple that are newer that have been introduced post Endgame.
Okay.
So my last one of the ones we know is Spider-Man.
Oh, you're having Spider-Man in it. Oh, okay.
Now, in my original video, I didn't. I had him as an...
you didn't?
No, I had him as an honorable mention, and I moved him up because, yes, we know Tom Holland is going to be filming for Doomsday, so he's going to be in it. But I had to take out Ant-Man because I knew he would be one that Sam would think of, because obviously, the Tic Tac friendship that they have. Ant-Man was the first one that Sam really came across that was a different hero, and he was like, who's this guy? Oh wait, there's others that are like this. So it would make complete sense for him to think of Scott to join them. But I was like, I don't know if I want to see Ant-Man anymore. Like, I'm kind of Ant-Man'd out. Like,
Yeah.
just leave him. Um, bring in Spider-Man because they have a thing together too. Like in Civil War, like
Yeah,
they go back and forth with each other.
but does anybody know about him now? The only know is just to Spider Man. How are they gonna get hold of him?
Well,
It's the thing.
I don't know. Avengers
Just
power. I
flag
don't
him down.
know. Avengers power.
just spot him right there. He is. Just go, go, go. Just pin him
Invites him
down,
to
and
the
then just
Captain
talk him.
America penthouse. Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be in this, and I don't see how you don't use him in this, especially with Doctor Doom looking like Tony
Yeah,
Stark. You're going to have some kind of
yeah,
plot line where it's maybe a personal thing for Peter to kind of see the villain looking like his mentor. And you have to start planting the seeds for the symbiote suit in this. Like,
yeah.
there's no way you don't. If you don't, it's a massive mistake.
Right, massive tangent. Now, have you watched Venom: The Last Dance?
No.
Oh, right. Afterwards, I've got to explain to that because after watching it, I need to get my thoughts out on that. I just yeah.
All right.
Side note.
All right. So, yeah, Spider-Man is my last pick for the familiar faces. My first one of the newer faces is Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
It just makes sense if he's in this. He's already linked up with Bruce, Carol, Wong. Like, he is in that group now. It's just been way too long since we've seen him last. Like, way, way too long. He's a great character. He is very skilled. He might not be able to... Well, maybe he could. He could do a big fight with Doom, like, close up. He's not going to last very long against him, but he can land a bunch of punches on him like Iron Fist and Marvel Rivals and just go at him like that. Just like that. Like, just punch him constantly. I think it's a no-brainer again. He's going to be in this. And with Destin Daniel Cretton originally directing Avengers 5, you'd assume some of those plot points are still staying with Shang-Chi being a big player.
Yeah.
In that role, and I don't know. I just want to see more of him. It's been way too long.
Yeah, I can't 100% agree with you there.
So my last one of the newer faces, and I guess of the 8 before I get into some honorable mentions, is Yelena Belova.
Oh, okay. I'd not seen that coming, but all right.
So I think with Thunder, obviously she's in the Thunderbolts asterisk, but I think
Asterisk. I love it. Every time you say that word,
it is the title. It is the title, so I have to say it. But by the end of that, I think you'll see the Thunderbolts asterisk experiment did not work.
Yeah.
And they're kind of, I don't know, maybe merge into what is the modern day Avengers heading into Doomsday. It doesn't have to be all of them. Like, I don't see Ghost or Taskmaster joining the Avengers.
Or Red Guardian or something like that.
No, I think Red Guardian's dead. Like, he just got thrown out of that building by Sentry. He's done.
I hope not. That would kill me. That I would cry at the cinema for seeing that.
There's no way you survive a throw out of a 100-story building from Sentry. You don't survive that, even if you're a super soldier. So yeah, I think Yelena is, again, a no-brainer. She's like the Black Widow type for this lineup. She could also be a great strategist for this with being a spy and, finding out how to get into places and just intelligence in that sense. Great fighter as well. So yeah, I think whatever happens in Thunderbolts will start to lead into, I guess, painting a better picture of that team, maybe, I don't know, funneling into Sam's plan. And I know we've said it before, but the New York event of Sentry taking over everything, if that's not noticed by the greater story, then it's really weird. I think it has to.
Yeah, it's got to. It's got to be some sort of reference or something.
Like, Sam's got to recognize, oh, this huge thing happened in New York, and these were the people that helped stop it. Okay, I need to talk to them. Again, I don't know how they're going to stop Sentry, because they're a bunch of people with barely any powers. So, yeah, I think Yelena is a great final pick for this lineup. So, my honorable mentions, and two of these I always had on my honorable mentions. I said Spider-Man was the other one. So I have three. So Kate Bishop is my first one.
Oh, okay.
So the reason I didn't put her on the lineup is because obviously they could be doing a Young Avengers afterwards. And there is the rumor that in Secret Wars, the Young Avengers will be the big players to help save everyone else.
Oh,
from
okay.
Doom,
I didn't realise that, to be honest. Okay.
Which I don't know how to feel about that. How a bunch of kids are going to be able to save the multiverse with no experience.
No.
But I don't know. She would be a great character to have in this lineup, and she obviously is very skilled as well. Her and Yelena together again would bring that kind of banter, and I think if she was on Sam's radar, he would definitely reach out to her.
Yeah.
So she's my first honorable mention. My second one is Bucky. I think no matter, like, even if he's in honorable mention, he's going to be in it. Sam's definitely going to think of him, and even with Thunderbolts, he maybe might trickle in with Yelena. And again, be those two, I guess, more grounded players for the team. And I just think he'd be a great fighter in there too. It might be his last stand as the Winter Soldier too, or Congressman Barnes, whatever you want to call him now. But yeah, I think he's definitely going to be in it. And my last one, who I originally had in the lineup, is Miss Marvel.
Oh, okay. That's
So again, I moved her to honorable mentions because, again, with the Young Avengers, I don't know if she's really going to be in the main lineup, but I had her in there originally because I think she'd be the great young energy that the team could need. Like, she'd be like, obviously fangirling about being with, oh, you're the Hulk, you're War Machine, you're Captain, or she's already met Captain Marvel, but you're Captain America, you're, Spider-Man or whatever. She's going to, like, nerd out about all of that and be that, I guess, comedic relief, but also she has some pretty cool powers as well that could be useful. And with the Bangles and Shang-Chi's 10 Rings being alluded to having a greater purpose, they might pay it off here as, I don't know, the Bangles are something related to Doom or something. They kind of already dealt with that in the Marvels with the Kree building them or something. I can't remember exactly where it was.
But again, it's another one we don't really talk about.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theater, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, I think she would be a cool pick to have in this lineup as well, whether it's on the official lineup or an honorable mention. I don't see how she isn't in either of these movies. So yeah, that is my lineup.
That's nice. Again, some surprises in there. Definitely like with Yelena and Spider-Man. I didn't see them coming at all. Like Yelena does remind me of my honorable mention to Winter Soldier and that sort of thing. There's similar sort of lines. But no, that's a good team. That is.
Now, the one name I didn't mention that you maybe are thinking, like, why did you mention She-Hulk but you didn't mention this person, is Thor. You know my thoughts on Thor.
Yeah.
He probably is going to be in it, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, Love and Thunder just ruined him. I don't know if there's really anything you can do to redeem him. The jump from Ragnarok to Infinity War, the Russos saved him in Infinity War. Like, they brought it back down to the dark massively. Thor. From Ragnarok, setting up to be like a larger humor-centered character.
Yeah.
And then Taika Waititi just brought it all the way back down to the joke that he is now.
I like him as a director. He's done some really good films as a director, but I don't.
I think he's out of the Marvel office now. I don't think Kevin Feige has him in his contacts anymore.
Not a chance.
He's done. So yeah, I didn't put Thor in there just because I'm like, I don't know how you redeem that. Like, Love and Thunder ruined that character.
Do you think the only way they could, in a way, save him is to kill him off?
Oh yeah. Even if he's in it, he's dying. Like, regardless.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth isn't gonna be able to play this character for very long.
No.
Afterwards, like Doomsday, like, I don't know how old he is now, but even he said that he's recognizing his body can't do what it used to be able to do. So, again, a lot of these original members that have been playing these roles for over 10 years, like Ruffalo, like Jeremy Renner, like Chris Hemsworth, they are going to be on their way out after Secret Wars. So, yeah, it's like, again, anyone could be on this roster, and I'm sure a lot more people will be. We just chose 8 because we can't just name everyone, because they probably will. Another thing I wanted to mention is, I saw this today. So, what they did for Infinity War and Endgame is they had like this baseball card process where
I've seen this.
They had the picture of the actor and the character, their name, how much it would cost them to hire them, and what kind of, things they would bring to the table. And those were the people that they would choose to be in the movies. So they are doing the same thing for Doomsday. They have an entire table with all the characters, and they're like, okay, this pile is who we're using based off money, based off story, based off all of that. At this point, that's kind of worrying.
Yeah,
because
just a bit.
They're just about to start shooting, and if they don't know exactly who is in this movie, how do you have a script?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's nothing to work with at that point. And I know at some point they might just start, shooting the movie without really having a clear idea of who's in it, and they'll write it as they go along, because some movies do that. Like, the Mission Impossible movies are built all around the giant stunt sequences.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Yeah, the story comes after, especially for Dead Reckoning. The whole train sequence, that was the first thing that they thought of, and they thought, okay, how do we get to this point? And they built the story around that. So they probably have the story for Doom, because Robert Downey Jr. is even consulted on that. Like, he's kind of built the origin himself of how that would make sense for him. But the fact that you don't know specifically which heroes you're going to have in the story, and you're just workshopping that now, is like, what are we doing? Like, this is obviously going to be very rushed.
Just worrying. Just really, really worrying. The only saving grace for me is the Russos. It's the only saving grace.
Yeah. And I know that they are capable of doing it. And I don't know if you've seen the reviews for their latest movie on Netflix, The Electric State, but they're saying it's their worst movie of all time.
Really?
Yeah, it's not rated good at all. Christ. So they're probably, like, all their Marvel movies are like the highest rated, and then everything post Endgame is like a huge drop. It's significantly
Jesus Christ, I didn't realize that.
Much worse. So
damn.
If you bring them back to Marvel, you might get those scores back up. But I don't know. It's just really worrying that, yes, you have a script writer. It's Stephen McFeely. Not the duo, like Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely did Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and it's just McFeely that's coming back this time. And he's written it. But to what extent? Because you don't know who's in it yet.
Oh yeah, exactly. And if he's only put we say like bullet points or maybe plot sequences and that lot, and then they've just gone right. Well, we'll work from that sort of thing. It's like
that's not much of a plan.
No, you can't. For how big these two Avengers films are going to be, they need to hit out the park. They can't be messing around with this sort of crap now.
And it probably will be built all around Doom.
Yeah.
Because I think they did the same with Thanos in Infinity War. It was like Thanos' story. Yeah. And they just built it all around him. It's just, you're shooting in like, I don't know, a couple weeks. You need to get your shit together.
Yeah, just a bit. Christ. I saw that this morning as well about the cards and people. And I'm like, please just tell me that's like a joke or something like that. Please.
And apparently they've already spent $8 million in the pre-production phase, and they're like,
really?
they've barely got started on anything.
Jesus Christ.
8 million already in the bucket. It's like, what are we doing?
Oh, it better be worth it. Oh, please.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are the lineups.
Yeah.
I think we both got some really good lineups that will be able to put up some fight against Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Some
yeah.
kind of fight.
I say mine's more heavy on who I think's going to die and then who might survive. Like, yours is a bit more structurally based, sort of thing like that. But no, yeah, really good teams there, that lot, and I definitely could see a lot of them popping up that lot. So.
Yeah, and you can go check out my video too to see what my other lineup is. It is a bit different from this one. So yeah, that's I think what we have for the lineup. So I guess we'll get into our blind ranking segment, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce this one?
Yeah, so with obviously we all know Daredevil Born Again is out and just smashing it at the moment. I come up with this idea of we like to do blind rankings like side characters and stuff like that sort of thing. I was like, well, why don't we have one of Daredevil characters that lot? And not just obviously ones from Born Again. I've done all of Daredevil in media as well as comics that lot. So yeah, we'll have a blind ranking of that and see where we place some of them that lot. So do you want to go first or do you want to go first?
I'll give you my list first.
Go on.
All right, so these ones, are we ranking them just based off of how we like them, or?
Yeah, okay. That's how I've done anyway. So how I like these characters and how they portrayed the characters that lot.
Okay, so my first option for you is Karen Page. Out of 10, where are you putting her?
So right on. So we're just going Karen Page in general, or from the comics or TV series.
I was just doing in general.
Or in general. Yeah. Okay. I've for mine, I've specifically picked a certain one that I love. Okay.
I can make it easy for you and make this one the MCU one.
Ooh. Oh damn. Oh, 4. I want a higher.
Okay, that's higher than I thought it would be.
I wanted to put a higher, but I'm like, oh.
Okay. Claire Temple. She's the nurse from the original series.
Yeah. 7.
Okay. That's still higher than I thought. Okay. Stiltman.
Oh God. Oh, 10. It's got to be 10.
Okay. Yeah, you have to for Stiltman. Okay. Muse.
See, I don't know much about Muse now, but after watching your
if
video,
you don't know much about Muse, I have a video that covers his basically everything about
him. Yeah, after watching your video, I'm quite looking forward to seeing him because if he's like the comics, then my lord, there's gonna be some nastiness going off.
Yeah. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, or 9.
6.
6. Okay.
Basically, that as well. Basically, more off your bloody video. So he better be as good as you're making him out to be now. I'll tell you that now.
He's gonna be really gruesome. Okay, Kingpin.
Oh, 2. All day long. You could have comics and film.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Series, yeah.
Typhoid Mary.
Oh,
it's a bit of an interesting pick or pull that I chose, but she is a Daredevil character.
So 1 and 2.
You got
3
1,
and 4 gone.
You've got 1, 3, 5, 8, or 9.
5.
Okay.
I do know about Typhoid Mary now, so yeah, 5.
Typhoid Mary. Okay. Foggy Nelson. You put Foggy at 10 the last time.
Oh.
You've got 1, 3, 8, or 9.
3. It's got to be high. I can't have him down the bottom. I can't have him down the bottom.
Oh, wow. That's a big jump.
Oh, God.
Especially, no spoilers, but you kind of...
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be really interesting now.
Oh, God.
Bullseye.
Oh.
1, 8, or 9.
Oh, he doesn't deserve that. 8. It's got to be 8. He doesn't deserve that.
No.
He deserved a lot better than that.
Okay, that's
Oh,
sad.
I hate
Electra,
it.
1 or 9.
Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, it's got to be 9.
Oh wow.
Oh, God.
Your number
Please,
one
just be
is
Daredevil. Just be
Stick.
Daredevil, please. Oh, no, no, no. I can handle Stick. I don't mind Stick. It shouldn't be 1. It should not be 1 at all in that lot. But okay, I can handle that. That's horrible.
I
That was
decided purposely to
really
not
horrible.
include Daredevil.
I thought you would. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so your
Oh.
list: number 1, Stick; number 2, Kingpin; number 3, Foggy Nelson; number 4, Karen Page; number 5, Typhoid Mary; number 6, Muse; number 7, Claire Temple; number 8, Bullseye; number 9, Elektra; and number 10, Stiltman.
Apart from 10, that bottom 4 or 5 should be completely different. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah, that's what a blind
Oh,
ranking
that was
does.
painful. That was really just a bit. Right, let's get some bloody
All
payback
right.
then. Here we go. Right, so my 10 for you. Right, first of all, we have, and I've gone Pacific this time to see what your reactions are to some of
Okay.
these. So I've got Bullseye, played by Colin Farrell.
Wow. Um, 8.
Okay, okay, to that. All right. So your next one. If this again, you've picked like I knew we were gonna have similar characters in that lot, but I've gone for Fogger, played by Eldon Henson from Born Again.
We'll go 5.
Ooh, okay. All right. So number 3, we've got my number 1, Stick,
Stick.
for the Daredevil
Um,
comics.
let's go 6.
Ooh, okay. All right. So number 4, a bit of a deep pull. This one is Bushwhacker from Daredevil
Oh,
comics.
9.
Oh yeah, I thought I'm high with that.
I'm,
That does not
to be fair, I'm
surprise
not
me.
too familiar with him. I know
Yeah,
he is in the Serpent Society, right?
yeah,
Yeah. It's
he's nothing special.
he's not the MVP Sidewinder or anything like that.
Oh Jesus, didn't get started on that. Right, so I schoolboy error. This is schoolboy error in that lot. But Daredevil, played by Charlie Cox.
Number 1 all day.
Yeah, yeah, I knew that would come in. Daredevil, schoolboy error. That was schoolboy error. And another one we had already, Typhoid Mary.
um, I'll go 7.
Ooh, okay. My lord, my phone is not playing ball at all. Right. So next we have Echo, played by Aliko Cox from the Echo series.
It's either 4 or 10. If it's 10, I feel like I'm being mean. If it's 4, I feel like I'm being too, I don't know, too nice. Because, like, she's fine. It's just, the show was not good.
I liked it. I was quite till the ending. I was a bit.
I'm sorry. It's 10.
Oh, it's 10.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So next we have Kingpin, played by Michael Clark Duncan.
He wasn't terrible as him.
Hmm?
He was definitely, like, he had the physicality for it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll put him at 3.
Ooh, it does surprise me. Okay. Right. So, next, we have Elektra, played by Jennifer Gardner.
4. Okay, what's my number
So,
2?
your number 2, which again, a schoolboy error, so I can definitely take this. And it is Karen Page, played by Deb Bramwell.
Okay.
That's not bad at all. That and that's not bad at all. So your 1 to 10 is Daredevil by Charlie Cox, Karen Page by Deb Bramwell, Kingpin played by Michael Clark Duncan, Elektra played by Jennifer Gardner, Fogger played by where's his name Eldon Henson, Stick from the comics, Typhoid Mary from the comics, Bullseye Colin Farrell, Bushwhacker at number 9, and poor old Elektra at 10.
Echo.
Echo, sorry.
Yeah.
Echo at 10.
I just if I didn't put her at 10, then I felt I would have had the possibility of having someone that deserved a higher spot.
And if you didn't put her at 10, you'd have to have picked from either Karen, Kingpin, or Elektra.
Yeah, it's tough.
One of them being at number 10 is like that'd be harsh. That'd be really harsh for one of them being at number 10.
I mean, if we were doing movies, Elektra would be at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because
maybe that's another conversation for another time. Nice. But I enjoyed that. Oh, good that one.
Yeah.
Horrible. Some of them good.
I just purposely, like, originally I did have Daredevil, like, he was the first name I put for you, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do this differently.
And I knew I shouldn't have put Daredevil on there, and I knew you'd have him at 1, but I was like, do I have that Daredevil, or do I just say comic Daredevil, or do I say Matt Damon Daredevil, just to like Affleck, really Ben Affleck? I always get them on. Say I'm terrible actors, absolutely terrible. But yeah, do we have them? I was like, no, I'll go for the good one.
And I was thinking of putting like, again, really random pick, but Father Latham from the Netflix series.
Oh,
yeah, the priest.
That'd have been good. That'd have been really good.
Like, just random pick, but I was thinking of putting him there.
That's not bad. I enjoyed that. That's good. We'll have to do some more like that. Just character-specific characters, because that'll brew it that well.
Yeah, I assume once Thunderbolts comes around, we might do something like that with Thunderbolts members.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
So yeah, I guess that does it for today's episode. So you got to see our custom new Avengers lineups and got to see our blind rankings for Daredevil characters. So very fun one to go through today. So before we wrap up, do you have anything dropping on your channel in the next little bit?
So I've got obviously more Marvel Midnight Suns. We're just actually finishing off Deadpool's side missions and that sort of thing, which reveals 2 big characters at the end of that little side quest, which I'll be very interested to see people see. And then on the Wednesday we have this one's a hearty one for me, and this is the MCU old classic review of Captain America: First Avenger.
Oh yeah,
and I pour my heart out on that one, because he's my boy. He means a lot to me, and you'll understand why in that lot. And obviously on the Thursday we have got obviously episode 4 of Daredevil Born Again coming out on the channel, and on the Friday we have we've got a video coming out on the Friday, but we're not 100% where we are yet with it, so I'll leave that up to a chance. But and we might be having a live stream sometime in the next week as well, doing the Assassin's Creed new game as well coming out. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. I'm a real nutter on Assassin's Creed, so that'll be coming up on the channel as well soon. So how about yourself?
Before we get into that, I have to ask, did you finish Ghost of Tsushima?
Yes, absolutely amazing game.
Okay.
I was about in bits of that ending.
Okay, I need to ask you
Uh,
about that off camera once we finish.
right.
Um, so yeah, for my channel coming up again, I just got the reviews for Daredevil each week. So you can check out my episode 3 reaction that came out recently. By the time this comes out, because we're dropping on Mondays now,
Yeah.
my review will be coming out Wednesday, so you can stay tuned for that for the episode 4 review. I'm also developing a video about Bullseye
Nice.
for Born Again, so that's going to be an interesting one. And I definitely have a lot of thoughts for that.
Mm.
Because, again, he's kind of ruined the lives of a lot of Marvel fans recently.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, stay tuned for that. And, yeah, just, again, staying on top of the news, too. If anything drops,
Yeah.
I'll make a video. But nothing huge lately, other than, I guess, Sadie Sink was cast in Spider-Man 4, and we don't really know who she's playing. A lot of names have been thrown around, but...
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, interesting times. Leading up to, I guess, Thunderbolts is just under 2 months away now. Yeah. So, looking forward to the more things that come out once that gets closer. But, yeah, just mainly a Daredevil-centric channel right now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Nice.
I think that'll do it for today's episode. So again, make sure to subscribe to my channel, Thwip Media, subscribe to Duane's channel, Marvel Mad, subscribe to Project Assemble, and we will see you in the next episode.
See you in a bit, guys.